Okay, so good evening, everyone. And today we will cover the OpenAI API calls. So it is week 3. So if my screen is visible, okay, let me. Yeah. So I hope everything is fine. Uh, yeah. So the today we will cover these topics. We will cover the HTTPX request and any API call. So how many of you are now means still not getting how to do the calls API? Why you are using the request? How the request is working? How the headers message is going? How many of you have still issue in that? Can you raise your hands? Okay. Any other people? So okay, some of you have the issue. Okay.
Sir, I have one query actually.
Yeah.
Sir, whenever we set that AI proxy URL and the OpenAI key, proxy key,
Okay. Okay.
sir, is there any condition that it actually works on only one prompt at a time? Because I tried it several times. Whenever I am working on one prompt and give it on other prompt, it never works. I should shut the first one and then only it works the second.
Uh, there is not a condition any, but there is something that you can do and there is something you can't do. We will see. Okay, just give some time. We will see that part. So the
Okay, sir.
first part
Okay,
we
sir.
will cover that how to do the HTTPX and API calls. The second thing we will do the base 64 embeddings. Normal embeddings, I hope you all know, but we will discuss in little bit. Then we will discuss the how the vector database and RAG works. Then multimodal embedding, the Ginga AI part we will also do. There will be function calling. These parts we will cover. So there are, I think, many questions you can do out in the GA with the help of these knowledge. And how I will demonstrate, there will be two mini projects. One will be that we will build a chat GPT with history, and this will be we will get a product details from the image point of view. So there are many things that we will cover. So this part, the first project, will make you feel pretty confident on the API call. So the first project is exactly on that, and there will be one more small project on the vector database I will show you. And this part will cover the base 64, the multi-model, you can say, multi-models embeddings are it is more likely the function calling. Okay, in short. So this part we will cover. So let us start with a motivation. So I have a question for you. There are two questions. One is this question, and one is this question. The first question is uh, you have to ask a question to a children. Okay, so there is a children who is just 5 6 year old. Just imagine a case that the children is there at home. So this is his home. Okay, and there are kitchen in his room. There is kitchen, there is his own room, and there is a hall. So there are three rooms in that student is standing here, and there is one big man. Suppose you go and you give it something. Suppose here I have given a fruit. You give a fruit, suppose it is a banana. Okay, so you give this banana to this boy and say, go and put this on your home. Okay, or suppose you give an apple and you tell him that uh, go and put on your home and get back to me. So he will go and he will place somewhere. The question is where he will place. The question that I want to ask you, where he will place that. Uh, this is a child, and where he will place that. where he is more likely to place this room. Suppose he likes this room. He likes this. So what child will do? Child will first think, is it eatable? So this is how, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So this is a child, and child has an apple in his hand. Okay. And child, before going and pushing on the, he will ask one thing: is it? Can I eat it? So he will ask it: can I eat it? So suppose there is a answer in percentage I am giving. So child will say, yeah, it is eatable 80%. So he likes it. Child will think like whether he likes it or not. So he will say, yeah, I like it most. So 90%. Child will also tell, child will also might do parents want it. Parents want it. He will say somewhat, no, they are not much interested in that. So let's say that is 20%. Okay. Then he will also think like one thing. He will think that there is kitchen. There is his room. And there is hall. So there are 3 rooms. So he will think, can I eat in the kitchen? Can I eat in the kitchen? No, because kitchen, there is a mom, and mom will not allow anything to eat in kitchen. This is the rules for their family. So he will not able to eat in kitchen. Whether he likes kitchen or not, definitely he don't like kitchen, because most of the thing there is mom in the kitchen always. His mother is there, and his mother will not allow it. So let's say 5%. He doesn't like kitchen. So he not like kitchen. Parents live in kitchen, definitely. Mother and father both are more attracted to kitchen. So almost 60% of the time they will be, or say 70% of the time they will be on kitchen. In his room, definitely 90% time his room he likes most. So maybe or little, because most of the time he will be playing in the hall. And parent also likes his room, so that is around 60%. And there will be also a similar rating to hall. In hall he can also eat, but not always. He also likes halls because there he can play, so somewhere around 60%. He also love Dutch parent live in hall. Yeah, most of the time parents live in hall, right? So now, what decision this child will do? Will child go to kitchen or his room or hall? So he will try to match that this is matching more with his room, right? Am I correct? There is not much matching, but his room is more likely. Is it correct? So what will be the answer for this first question? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is the his room. And actually this is known as word embeddings. So this is the embedding. This is the embedding. This is the embedding. And this is the also embedding. So this is embedding for Apple, this is embedding for kitchen, this is embedding for his room, and this is embedding for house. So the for Apple, the more likely match is for a children. The for Apple, the more likely match is his room, right? Or you can say, if you don't get, the chocolate is more likely. But if it is adult, then adult, yeah, adult can also eat. But adult, does it? They like it most? No, they like it less. So do parents want them? Yeah, more likely they want them. So for an adult, this apple will match with the kitchen. So this is known as word embeddings, and this is how it works. So if you give an object apple to a word embedding model, so if you give to a model, then model convert it to a vector, like it will 80%, 20%. Here we give 90% and 20%. So generally it range from 0 to 1. So 0 0.8, 0 0.9 and 0 0.2. And suppose there is another word come, suppose apple, suppose orange, then there will be a different model. The different model will rate it different, like this 0 0.8, 0 0.1 and 0 0.7. So different model make a different embedding, and you cannot compare. So suppose you given a thing into computers, you have given, so this thing in a child brain happens automatically. So this happens in brain automatically. But how computer will do? How a computer will match whether the apple should be in the kitchen, or it should be in his room, or it should be in a hall? That is a question, that how computer could know. The computer could know one way is the lexicographically. So computer might check that whether a double p is there, whether which of the word has a double p word. So that is not a correct thing, no. Like lexicographically, the food word is more similar to food, correct? But if you convert to the embedding, they will not be similar, but lexicographically they are almost same. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So did you got the point? Why the word embeddings? What is the embedding vectors and how they capture the meaning? So these models internally have many questions. So like this is 3-dimensional word embedding. So this is 3-dimensional word embedding, and there are the word embedding that model generate is around 500 to 1000 dimension. So there are many other questions that are asked on that parameter. Each component has some capture some meaning. Suyas, you want to say something?
No, sir, I don't want to say.
Okay, any other thing?
Ritik,
Okay,
so we
so
have to say that this specific example is around word embedding, right? Like about how a child may think about a problem and how computers do it similarly by assigning by taking into account several factors and assigning probabilities to them,
yeah,
right?
correct. Yeah, you are almost correct. So I just wanted to demonstrate you all that how the computer thinks. Okay, so how can computer get the semantic meaning? So there was always one problem. So there was programming has always one issue. A traditional programming always has one issue. The issue is how to get the semantic meaning. Okay, so this is how the word embedding solves this problem. Like the food and food are easy to compare word by word, but but this is not a semantic meaning, right? So this problem is solved by the word embedding, and this is how LLMs makes decision on the numbers. Anyway, so we will make a chatbot first. Okay, so this is a Python file that I have run. User will ask something and AI will respond on that. User will ask, AI will respond, and these response will be also feedback to the user. So one important thing that you all should know, that LLMs don't have memory. Okay, they do not don't store your data. They don't store your chat. Okay, so in ChatGPT, if you type something, it also have a context of the previous thing. So that context we will also try to give to the LLM, and this is how we will learn the API calls. So we will do the Open API call. So if you go to the Open API website, there are these things: playground, dashboard, docs, and API reference. So the first thing, you have to see the price of the models. Then you have to learn that what are the API endpoints for that model, and then you get the API reference. So in the docs, so these two things are there in the docs part, and this API reference will be there to see for all of you. Okay. So yeah, so I will just search. I will just search Open AI API. Okay. So this is the first website I will get. If I logged in, I have already logged in, and if I open it, so these are the docs. So by default, it comes to the doc, and in the doc, there are two important things that you need to keep in mind. The one is the model and one is the pricing. Okay, so I will go to the pricing part first, and here all the latest models are present. And here, if I see that these are the text-based models, so these are all the models which are present here. Which is the least cost model? I want to use that model. Which one is the least model? Which is the most
4.1
cost? Huh?
4.1 nano.
Yeah, so this model we want to use. So we have seen the pricing. Now we have decided which model we will use, right? So we will go to the models. Here all the models are present. In the doc section, we go to the pricing, then we choose a model, and then we go to the models. And then I will scroll and I will see that these are the cost effective model, and there is this GPT 4.1 nano model. I will click on this model, and if I go here, so these are the different endpoints that are possible. So there are this chat completion, one endpoint is possible, one is the response, one is the batch, and one is the fine tune. Chat completion, this response is very new. Okay, chat completion is old, and almost all your content is based on chat completion API. So we will discuss the chat completion API. So actually, when I read that what is different between this chat completion and response, you can go here at the bottom. Yeah, under best practices, if you scroll, there will be one thing that will be mentioned. What is the difference between response and chat completion API? So there are many differences, like the chat completion API has these functionalities. Response API has more functionality. The audio part and the code interpreter part is not present in the response API for now. So actually they want to replace the chat completion with response API. But we will cover the chat completion because that is for you. You can go down and there are many different things. What is the different way to do the thing? So there is also the response will be little bit different. So we will use the chat completion part. So we have decided chat completion because it is in our course, and it is and we have decided the model nano because that is under the budget. So now we will go to the API reference. So I have clicked on the API reference. And here there is, this is the response API. You can see here in API reference, there is response part. So if you want to do with the response API, you can click here and do the things. But I don't want, I want a chat completion API to learn. So I will go to the chat completion API. And this is a format that they are giving. So in this session, we will cover the default part, image input, and also the function. This function is the function calling part. Okay. An issue? We choose
Yes,
a
sir.
4.1 nano model, which is very efficient. So this is for just for testing. For the model endpoint, we choose the chat completion. And for API reference, if you go, so there is an option for chat completion will be present here. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are many ways to do. So this is a Python way, but this is using an external OpenAI library. I will use a simple curl command. So here I will go and I will use the curl. And I have chosen which model? GPT 4.1 nano. So I will choose GPT 4.1 nano. And this is the code that it is giving for a curl command. Okay. So I will copy this code. And okay, so before going further ahead, let us discuss the curl thing, requesting, and HTTPS. Okay, what is the difference between them? So request is a regular module to do the, so this is a curl. Okay, so this is a curl command. The same command that I have just shown you, the text input, the curl, and actually this is for response API, but I will do for the chat completion API. So there is important thing. One is the header. This H response is header. This is the JSON. Okay, this is the JSON data. So this D is converted to the JSON data. This H is converted to the headers. This part is converted to the URL. And there is one more thing. One is the method of calling. And by default, in the curl command, if there is -d and no option is specified, then by default it takes as a post request. So what happened? This is your computer. When your computer hits an API, so here is your chat GPT, and your computer hits at a URL with a method like get or post. Okay, so I will use the post method and with some data. So where is the URL? This is the URL. This is the data, and there is more data, that is headers. Headers are also passed on. So these are the requirement things that we need to pass to a API to get any response. Okay. So there are different way to do in the curl and in the HTTP part also. Okay, without wasting any further time, I will open my Ubuntu machine. And before that, copy your API key. Okay, so what will happen, and open. So you need to open the in home directory. Go to the home directory, and you need to open the .bashrc file. So I have already exported my API key. So I will not open bashrc. I will just open and test bashrc, because I don't want to show my API keys to all of you. And scroll to the next, scroll to the last part, and there you need to add export, then your API key name. Like I have added open AI API, API key. So this is how without any space, and in just add your API key and save it. I won't save it, but just save it and restart the terminal. So this thing you have to do in the bashrc file. Okay, .bashrc file, which is located in your home folder.
So please repeat.
Sorry?
Please repeat, sir. Not able to follow.
Okay, so you need to go to the, okay, so are you comfortable with the terminal, or should I demonstrate with the file explorer? Hello?
Yes, sir. Comfortable with terminal, but
Okay.
the
So if
procedure.
you're comfortable with terminal, then there is a file which is bashrc file. Okay, this file run at the starting of when you run this thing. So how this how my terminal is getting this thing? Whenever I start the thing, this is why it is saying bashrc run. Hi Ritik, welcome TDS May. Why it is saying? Because the echo command I have written in the bashrc file. So you have to open the bashrc file. You can open with the notepad also. Okay, notepad. I can give a notepad and I can give my file name. So you have to write .bashrc. You have to open this file. But I will not open this file. I will open another file because I don't want to show. So this is test bashrc. This file does not exist, but for you it will open, okay, because the file will exist, and there you have to just line one line of code. Let me create that file. Touch test bashrc. So now this command will work, and there will be some text written already. Go to the bottom, and there just add one line of code. Export OpenAI API. And your AI pipe API key you have to put here. Okay, that part you all can do now. Okay. Is it fine?
So should we do in bashrc itself?
Yeah, you have to do in the bashrc at the end. So you have to run this command, and I'm not running because in my bashrc my API key is already present. So I don't want to show to you.
Okay, we will do in bashrc.
So bashrc is for convenience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
you
not
guys-
means you can push your code on GitHub also. No, that API key will not be in your code. It will be in bashrc.
Okay. Like by mistake, if somebody pushes the env file, right?
Right. So after that, you need to close the Ubuntu when you add the bashrc, and you need to on it again. Okay. So I will navigate to a folder where I will do all the things. So I will cd to week 3. I have made a folder, and here I think okay, no, I am not made. So I will make a one folder, or just directly let me open with the VS Code. So or just yeah, let me open with the VS Code.
So when I'm trying to open bashrc, it's showing me that this file does not exist.
What command you write?
So the same that you type
Just
right now,
do just
notepad.exe,
do
then
just do ls and -a, and then you'll see your bashrc.
Have you typed the tilde, then / then dot bashrc?
yes, I've done exactly this.
So what is written here before
So
notepad.exe?
so it's like my name Suhani at laptop dash whatever the laptop thing.
So I
Are
hope
you doing this in
it is
WSL?
not a PowerShell, right?
Yes, sorry, I'm in Ubuntu only.
So you have written exactly this command. Can you see it again
Yes.
clearly?
Okay, sir. Now it has opened.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
fine.
Excuse me, sir. Will we get mentors for this subject? Like those paid mentors?
I don't think so. But yeah, this is a good point. We can talk to the instructor about that to add mentors. But till now, I don't have any information about that. Okay. Anyway, so I have already created a virtual environment here. So I will just activate that virtual environment. And actually, there is all the things, all the required library that are installed. So
So can you drop that command in text?
which command?
Bashrc one.
Why you guys are still facing issue in bashrc? So notepad.exe bashrc. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Ritik, will it work in? Like, did you execute this in WSL?
No, it will not work in WSL. WSL don't have the bashrc. So
Okay,
have you
so
watched my first session?
no, No, because you're giving notepad.exe, right? Notepad.exe is only on Windows, right?
Yeah, so in WSL it will work, no? Not in PowerShell it will work. You have asked for WSL or PowerShell?
WSL, if you write
Yeah,
notepad.exe dash
so
rc,
they note.
right?
Yeah, so if you are in Windows, then notepad.exe will work.
Okay, okay.
Oh, so yeah, so the bashrc replacement for PowerShell is the profile. Okay, so this thing I have already covered in the first session in the starting. Anyway, so please don't do any time here. So we have a lot of things to cover. So I will speed up little thing. So I don't use the terminal of the VS Code. First, let me clear. Uh, I will use this Ubuntu terminal here because I can zoom in, zoom out here. Okay, that's one. So I will create one thing. So I will create the first project. So 1.py. This is a file. So this is a curl command that we have to execute. Yeah, the create chat completion 40 nano curl command. So I will copy this curl command. I will paste it here, and I have to write a thing for this. So the first thing, what you can see, what is the first information? Header. The first information is URL, right? So the first information we will write the URL. What is the second information? The content type. So I will copy this thing, the header. So I will make a. So how to do is make a dictionary, and there put everything as a key value pair. Okay, put everything as a key value pair. So this one information I have pasted as a key value pair. This authorization and bearer token we will also put as a. Okay. Those people who are still not able to do the env part, the bashrc part, they can directly put your OpenAI API key here. You can directly write your OpenAI API key here. The alternative and the best practice for that is import OS module, and from that get the OpenAI API key. Okay, the file name is os.get env, and you will able to get the OpenAI API. And that part will replace here the same thing with OpenAI API. Okay, so that bashrc was just for this. So these two lines and this f string you can omit, and directly you can put the API key here if you still not able to do the bashrc part. The headers is done. The next part is this data. So I will copy this whole data, and this is our JSON data. Okay, what is this? This is our JSON data, and I will paste it here just as it is. So we have converted that whole thing in the form of this thing. Okay, so that's all. Got it? So now we can do the request. So this is the data we have prepared. Now you can import request module, or you can import HTTPX, anyone. And to get the response, you just need to do request dot the method name, the post method, and you just need to provide the URL, the headers, and the JSON. Okay, how do I know? You can go and read that there is URL required, there is data required, and there is JSON required. So I have put that all three info. And if you are using HTTPX, since your one of the question is on the HTTPX, so we will do the HTTPX. So just replace this request with the HTTPX. That's all. Now to get the data, so this will be the data. I want a JSON response back. So if I do a response dot JSON, so this will return me the, so this above thing, I think it is most probably, I'm not sure, but this will be most probably string. and this will be converted to the dict. Okay, and actually this is a JSON string, not a normal string. Okay, but in a Python, I think, oh sorry, this will be an object. Okay, this will be an object. This will be an object of HTTPX, which contain all the information. So the response or JSON will convert into the dict that we want the things. So JSON response, you can say. Okay, and actually you can print that JSON response, print JSON response, and that's all. If I run the code, Python 3.1.py, your authentication token is not valid in here. Okay, why? Because this authentication token is AI pipe tool, right? So we are using a proxy. So there is one more thing that we need to do. The URL part we need to check. If you go to your code, you go to the LLMs. If you go to your V3, there is AI pipe documentation. Just go there. And this is the AI pipe documentation. And it is clearly saying that we are using a proxy. So this is a different route. So how to do that part? So someone in starting asked, no, when it works and when it don't work. So this is here. For open router API, you need to use this type of URL. Okay. We are using OpenAI API. So for that, we need to use this. Okay. This one. So I will copy this thing. I hope it is visible. And I will go this and I will replace this up to V1. I will replace. So there is slight change. This is AI openai.com and this is the. So now it will hit a proxy API. That's all. That change is enough. And now if I run it, I will get that whole JSON response. Okay, so there is timeout. So there is one more thing. This usually happens for 5 seconds. It usually waits for 5 seconds. And ChatGPT does always answer in 5 seconds. Anytime ChatGPT takes 30 to 40 seconds to answer, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so but this HTTPS wait for only 5 seconds by default. I have checked on the internet. So there is one timeout setting that you can do. Timeout, and the timeout will be for let's say 10 seconds. Okay. Hope it will take the integer, and let us see. It wait for 10 seconds to reply here. And this is the whole reply that I have gotten in a dictionary format, and there is content hello. So this is the AI answer. Okay. So I want this content part. So this is very bad looking. I will go back to the documentation again. So documentation is still not finished. Yeah, so this is what we were looking. So we have made a request successfully. Is that clear?
Sir,
Now
so
you all will able to.
sir, can we directly put the curl request in the terminal in the Ubuntu or Bash instead of
Correct.
converting
That
it
will
to
work.
Python? Okay, sir.
Correct. That will work. That will work fine.
Okay,
But
sir.
with the Python code, we can do many things. No, with the curl command, we can get only response.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
got the point. Okay, so what the response will get? This is the response that I will get. What I want direct that message, right? Where is the message? Can you see this? In the JSON string, we need to go to the choices, right? we need to go to the choices. We will go to the choices. Then where we need to go? We need to go in message. And then where we need to go? So message is a dict. So there we need to go to the content, right? There is our answer hidden. Hello, I can assist you. Is screen is visible and text is clearly visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what type of data is choices? Choices is a list. Okay, and every other thing is a dictionary. So to go to the message, the choices, the first thing will be the zero path. So this is how we need to interpret. So I will direct get the AI response. So what is the AI response? So the JSON response, I will go to the choices. I think that was choices or choice. That was choices. And it is actually a list. So we need to do indexing now. Then the resulting part is a dictionary. So we need to do a dictionary checkbox. So the resulting part is this dictionary, and here we need to go to the message, and then we need to go to the content. So we will go to the message, then we will go to the content, and this is the exact response that you see on the ChatGPT generally. So now I will get that exact response. I hope so. Yeah. So am I getting the exact response? An issue? Very easy thing. What the point? So instead of doing all this thing, what I will do, I will wrap this to get AI answer. I will wrap it to the thing, and message I will take from the outside, and everything I will map it, okay, to a function. And this thing, the response thing, the HTTPX, I will move at the top part. So now we are going to make a chatbot, okay. So I am making a function that I can call again and again. So this is the response that I will get. This is a JSON object, and the AI response I want to return back. Okay, I will return back the AI response. This whole message will be already given by the user. So the message is a list of data. So this is a message, and this will be given by the user itself. So this list I will call as a message, and this list I will give back to the messages. Message is very this message that I already have. I will, so this is that I have defined. I will. So now I will do I will do the user query. So user will type anything that will be counted as input. Okay. So user will type anything. The first part. Then while user query, I want that user want to chat. So while the user query is not equal to the exit. So if user type exit, then that will be exit. Got it? And then what we will do? Okay. So there is before going back. Let me tell you something that is very, very important. So this is the one thing that I want to tell to all of you. There are 3 roles. So the role in the message is a list. Okay, you all see the message is a list, and the message is a list of dictionary object, and each dictionary object has 2 things. One is role and one is content. So what is message? Message. What is messages? Messages is list of dictionary things. So there is one dictionary, there is one dictionary, there is one dictionary, there is one dictionary, and so on. Okay, and generally what happened, the first dictionary is the means you can think like a user query. The second dictionary is the AI reply. The next dictionary is again user query, and the next will be AI response. And the computer does not have the the LLM does not have the memory. So this message you have to pass again and again, and based on this message the AI will know that this user query has been entered and this response I have given. Suppose this much was given to the LLM. So LLM will treat these 2 things as a context, and this last one it will treat as a user query. You got the point? So LLM does not have the memory, and this is the memory we give. So how we give the memory? So there are 3 roles. So every dictionary object has this thing. So this is one dictionary object. This is another dictionary object. And every dictionary object has 2 things. One is role and one is content. The content is the actually query that you are given. Okay. So what is developer? The developer things are the system. The one thing you know, the system. Okay, the system prompt. So the system prompt is same as the developer prompt. They have renamed the developer to the system right now. How do I know this all thing? Because if you go to the here, you can read it here. So there is message, there is model. If you scroll to the message, there are 3 types of messages. One is developer messages, one is system messages, one is user messages, and one is the assistant messages. So there are 3 type of messages. One is the developer message. So the messages type is defined by the role: developer message, system message, user message, and assistant message. So the system message is same as the developer message, and system message it is saying that with the newer model use developer message. So the system message you can say it has been omitted. So now the system is replaced by the developer message. So developer message is the instruction, and this instruction is irreplaceable. So this will override the every other instruction that is given by the user. So here you can say that do not give answer related to child. So this type of things you can do, or you can type as a whole, means what type of response you want for every query. The user messages is the query that you are asking to the LLM, and the assistant message is the query that you are getting back from the LLM. Okay. So this is the AI response. This is the user query that user is asking. Got the point? What is the developer? What is the user? What is the assistant? Okay. Am I audible, or my network has been stuck?
You are audible, sir.
Yeah, so VS Code has the many issue, and exactly that why I have used the VS Code. So this student is asking that how to use the VS Code. So what I did know, I have opened the VS Code in WSL. Sorry, miss the WSL location. So this location is not in window; it is in the Ubuntu machine, and I am not using this thing. I am not using this thing. Here you launch Ubuntu. So I am not using this terminal. Instead of this terminal, I am using this terminal. Okay. So that is a trick that I am using. Many times VS Code has issue with its terminal. I have faced recently. The terminal is stop working, and many times the reactivating terminal is visible, and I need to uninstall and reinstall the VS Code. Anyway, so I need to. So I will write a message that user has entered. So user will enter some query. So I will write, I will append that query as a, so that will be a dictionary data. And what will be the role for now? What will be the role now? Whether it will be developer, or it will be user, or it will be assistant. The content is fine. What the content user is asking, that is fine. The content I will write as a user query itself. Okay, so the user query will be here. What role should I write here?
I think what is collapsed in get AI answer?
Sorry,
What is
this
in
is
that
the get
get?
AI. This is the function. This is a code that just I have written the AI response. This response
Okay.
that I get, I have made a function. Every time I will pass a message, and user will this function will return me the AI response.
Okay.
Got it? So
Yes.
here
Yes.
the role will be the user. Okay. So this is the, we are asking. So this is the query that we are asking. Query by user. Okay. Then I will get the AI response by calling this function, and I will pass the messages. Okay. And then again I will append the messages, because we want to maintain a history. But this time I will append the message by get AI answer, sorry, AI response. And this time the role will be assistant. That is the key point. What is the exact spelling I should see here? Uh, Assistant, okay, not 10. Assistant, okay. I think this is. Did you got the point?
Sir, in the first messages list, is it necessary to put in the role, user, and content hello in the first messages list?
Correct. Role has to be provided, and content has to be provided. And
Sir, but
which role
in
we
the
provide?
sir, in the original list, why have we put the content as hello?
Which original list?
Sir, this list
This.
only messages.
Okay.
Yes.
So I can give. This is a developer, so I will. Okay. Oh, sorry. This list I need to remove. Okay. And instead of this, I will add it answer within 3 words. Okay, that's all. So this is a system prompt that we have given. This is the user query, and the AI response I am getting, I will append it back. And then what I will do, I will again ask the user query whether to exit or whether to continue. That's all. And the user query is done, and this user query will again go to the message append if user have not typed exit. And any other thing I am missing? Yeah. So this response that I have appended, uh, I will also print this response. I will print with a new line AI, and AI will give this AI response. And for good looking thing, I can do something like this. So that's all. I think this should work. And let us try to run this one.py. So here I will enter orange. AI will give something. Orange is bright citrus fruit. I will give its food. One thing I missed. Here I will print the messages also, okay, to see how the things are getting. So, okay, Let us see whether the code is working now. So let me type orange. Let me type papaya. There is one error I am getting.
Sir, can you keep the screen in split mode?
Yeah, just wait a moment. Okay, so one thing I missed, I think. So we have JSON response. So I said 0 message and content. I think everything is correct, but still I am returning back the response. The second time it failed to do. So this is the append part. So it is assistant. Oh, so this is a spelling mistake. Here should be assistant. This is now correct.
This is spelling.
Orange and papaya. Yeah, now it is working fine. So you want something like this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please do it like that.
Okay. So the code is complete and the code is working fine and it is maintaining the history. So what I will do, I will run the code and the user is asking orange, papaya, apple, what fruits I have mentioned. So it will have now history also. So it is saying me that apple and papaya are there. So I will type exit and the code has been exited. And if I full screen it, you can see there are one dict. This is the user, this is the developer query. Then user asked orange. Then my model has replied color fruits. So this is how LLM read your response, read your messages. Then it asks papaya, then it asks tropical fruits. So this is how the history is maintained and this whole thing is passed on. And based on this whole thing, the AI is answering the last response, which is what fruit I have mentioned, and the last response has been given by the AI. Okay. So the first project is completed.
Sir, so essentially, this LLM does not have memory, but since we are routing our question to OpenAI, so we are getting contextual answers.
No, we are passing the messages. We are doing the role-based messages. So these are the messages. So how to tell you? If I copy this thing, okay. So I will copy this much thing, and I will go down. So this is a dictionary 1. This is a dictionary 2. This is a dictionary 3. This is a dictionary 4.
Okay, sir, so we are appending it as dictionary in the list.
Yeah. So this is the message.
Okay, sir.
And what is the important thing? The role. So there are 3 roles: developer, user, assistant. That's all. So the user asks question, the assistant reply. The user asks question, assistant reply. The user asks question, assistant reply. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Got the point?
Yes, sir.
So this is how it works on the. So we have made a chatbot successfully. And so this is the thing that I am showing. This is the response that I will get directly. If I type response dot JSON, then I will get a dictionary, and that dictionary we are this is a dictionary that we are parsing like this. Any doubt in this code?
No, sir. Sir, but then every time we pass a message to the assistant as a user, our tokens will expire, right?
Yeah, so the content should be small, so you can limit on the length, no? The messages
Okay.
length. So messages is a list, right? So messages, this is a list. So you can you can do many optimization, like this message list will not be more than 10. So you have listened, no? The ChatGPT will record only up to, in the starting I have seen when the ChatGPT launched initially. There is mentioned somewhere that up to maximum 30 will be the response history. So 30 times you can chat again and again. Have anyone have seen this thing? Something like that. There was a condition in ChatGPT. Is anyone remember this thing? That's the 30 response you can talk again and again with the same context. Then you need to create again a new thing. So is anyone have listened this type of things?
Sir, I
That's
read it somewhere,
initially,
but I think it was more than 30.
yeah, maybe something like that. So I talk something, and if I answer, if I put it with the same thing, we can do only up to 30 or 20 or 50, something like that. It was initially, but now it is more than that. So exactly same, the same thing is the this thing messages is capturing the same history. Okay, so we will move to the base 64. Then we will move to the embedding vectors, multimodal, and function call. So this is the very important thing, and this is the main agenda of covering the today's session. Multimodal is also one of the agenda. So these two things I want to demonstrate. So let us continue with the base 64. So how will you send the image? So how you can change send the image? So the one way that you convert to a textual data. So you convert to a string, you can say a string that will go to the model. Model will convert it to the image again and will analyze it, okay? Or without converting in image, in the what format it can do. So the things has to be recreatable. So that is the main agenda. So this is the two code. The first code converts, so the first code take the image and convert to the text. You can, this is not a text, actually this is the base 64 format, and this thing take a text and convert back to the image. So both are interconvertible. That is the main thing that I am asking, and that I will show you all, okay? So that part I am going to show you all in the 2.py. So the second code I am writing. Just wait a moment.
I think I missed what are you saying is convertible?
Yeah, I'm going to explain that same thing again. Don't worry. So I will have an image. So I have already one image. Yeah, so this is one image where some information is mentioned, and we will give it to ChatGPT, and we will extract this information in a formatted part, and that is our project 2. I will copy this image and I will paste it here. So image.png is here. So I am in now second code. So I want to open this image. So with open, I need to provide the path name. So the full path I can give, but since the 2.py and the image in same folder, then I can directly write image.png. Okay. And what type of read I want? So I want a binary file reading and AJAF. Okay. Then I will get back the binary data. The encoding, I want to convert the text data. So I want to convert a text data, image to a text form. So actually, that text is a standard text, the binary text. You can think not binary exactly, the base 64 format. Okay, base 64 encoding. So this is the binary data. I will read every text and I will write it here. And now I have an image with base 64 encoding. So, and how to do this? For that, there is one library that is known as import base 64. So this is the default library we have. So there is a one function in the base 64 that is b64. So there you can see this b64. This decode b64 encoded byte style. So I don't want to decode. I want encode. So if I scroll down, this is the encode. So this encode the byte like object into base 64 and return the byte object. I want that thing. So I will click on this and I will give the data. So this is the binary data that I am getting, and this binary data will be converted to the base 64. Okay. And then I will use the decode function. And this is the thing that we are doing. So I will print this image base 64 encoding also. Now, if we have the text, the base 64 format, you can convert it to the image. So how will you convert? So let us open a file. So this is a text to image.png. So this file will be recreated if it does not exist, since it not exist. And here we will write the same thing. Okay. Here we can write the thing. So what the code I have here written, I will directly write the image bytes in this PNG. I need to do the decode first, and then I need to do. So I will do the decoded binary data. So this binary data I want to take. So decoded binary data I want to take. So what is the function name? The function name is base 64 b64 decode. So base 64 dot b64 decode, and I will pass the binary data image 64 encoding and dot decode. I think. Am I right? No, that much is fine. And then I can write f dot write. I can write this decoded binary data. So, decoded binary data. I think this will work. Base 64 b64 decode that encoding part. Base 64 decode that embedding part. And then I will open as a write, and I will write the image. Let us run the code and let us see.
Sir, you have written writable instead of write.
Sorry?
Sir, you have written writable, f dot writable in the last line instead of write.
Yeah, thanks to point out. So actually we want a binary data. So here we will do the binary data writing. So let me run it. Python 3.2.py. So this is a binary data that has been encoded. So this data is this part. This part is. Then I convert that data back to the image, and this is the image that you can see. This is the original image, and this is the image that has been decoded back. And you might say that there will be some data loss, but no. You can do the SASM, SA256 sum. What is the SASM 256? I think that is the thing. And I can give image.png. Okay, so SAR256 sum, I think the command. You can do the SAS 256 sum and both file will be exactly same. So there is no compression happening, okay? So the both image, you can see exactly same SASM I am getting. Those who don't know the SASM, for them, I can show you all that there has been no compression at all. How I can show you all? You can go to the file, and I will go to the Linux, and the same folder I am going back. Yeah, these two images, and they are exactly 22 KB, right? You all can see. So what happened? This thing, you can say that the image has been taken, then image has been the binary data 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 has been added. Then this data is passed to the base 64 function. So this is the base 64 encoding function. So this is the first line. This was the first line. This was the first line. Then the second line, what it do? This takes the pairwise byte at it encode it. Suppose it is this generally this take a 6-bit, I think 6 byte, I think it takes somewhat. And it was mentioned in the video itself. If you go and watch the video that is mentioned in your portal, so this has been converted to the text, suppose AB. This has been converted to the CD. This has been converted to the XY. So this is the image to text. Then what is text to image? The text, what do we mean? Base 64. So it takes the AB, CD, XY, then convert it to the binary data again, and that binary data is done by this third line. Okay, so third line convert to the binary data 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1, something like that. Then the fourth line will write this binary data back to the file, and then that file is saved as a PNG. That's all.
Sir, so we can't directly convert from base 64 to image or image to base 64. We need to first convert to binary for that.
Yeah, so means it depends that what is the library that you are using. So this base 64 library expect like this. So there could be a different library. You can write a library function that internally can do the both of the things. So just one line of command will do that task.
Okay, sir.
No, what was the question?
She wanted to that why we are writing 2 lines of code. Can't we do with 1 line of code? That I am saying that because this is the library requirement. So if it is that not, you can do with 1 line of code. You can write a directly one function that will take a image and get back to the decode data. Actually, that we will do the same thing. We will do in the next coding session. I mean, this session itself. Next thing is the vector embedding and vector database. Base 64 is not covered completely. We will again do the base 64 in the next project, the next mini project that I will soon demonstrate to you. So the next thing I want to cover is the vector database. So yeah, just wait a minute. Yeah, so I'm just coming back in 1 minute. Okay, you can take a 1 minute break. So I come back. Is everyone come back? Any issue?
No, sir.
Suhani, I think I have answered your query right earlier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so the first thing is the get embedding. So what is the embedding? I hope you all know. So the words is converted to the embedding. So there is apple word. So that apple word will convert it to something like this vector. So actually each dimension covers some things. So each dimension covers some things. So suppose I have two things. There is one number 1 comma 2. This is one location, and on y location there is 2, and there is one more location which is 2 comma 2. So it will be here. So this is a point.
Just a point, Ritik. Like the image, we are not converting it to binary, right? It is by default stored as binary, right? Because all these images are just blobs or binary large objects.
Yeah, so we are reading the binary data.
Uh,
So actually we can print this binary data. Let us see. I have not print yet. Let us see what happens. Let us print it. Okay. So we are doing the binary data. Let us print the binary data. Okay. Let us see how it's look like. And this print statement we will omit, and let us see how it prints. So this is the binary data, how it's look like, and this data is converted back to the. So this is the binary data that it is reading, and this data we are passing to the image 64. Okay, so this is converted to another format that is well established, that is base 64, and that base 64 looks something like this. Okay.
so we are not converting to binary, we are reading as binary and then converting to base 64.
Yeah, you can think like that. So this is the second vector, and there is one more vector, this. Okay, so there are three vectors. So one way, so this you can think as apple, this you can think as a fruit word. So if fruit word is converted to a vector embedding, so suppose apple is converted to the vector embedding, so it will look like 1 comma 2, 1 2. Next word is the fruit word, which is converted to the vector embedding. It will be look like 2 comma 2. There is another one is cat. The cat word will look like 3 comma 1. Just by seeing the word, you cannot tell which are the related ones. But by seeing the distance between the embeddings, you can think that these two are somewhat related in itself, right? And this is far beyond the this is very large away, so this is not much related to this thing. Is that part clear? So to find the distance between them, so this is a distance, this is a distance. So this is the d1, this is the d2. So if you calculate d1, it will look like something like this. So 1 square plus 2 minus 2, 0 square, it will come like this. If you calculate d2, it will be something like 1 minus 3 square. Yeah, I hope you all know this thing, a basic algebra. And this will be somewhat supposed to. So this is one way to see the thing, distance. There is other way to see is the cosine similarity you have all seen. So this is a vector, apple vector. This is a vector, fruit vector. This is a vector, cat vector. So this vector is A, this vector is F, this vector is A, and this vector is cat. Right? So if you see the angle, suppose this is 5 degree, and this angle, this is 30 degree. So the more close the cosine similarity, we can say that this is the similarity. So actually what happened? We calculate the cos of this angle, and that cos of angle is known as cosine similarity. And if you have learned a little bit of the things, then A dot C is equal to A C cos theta. Suppose A dot B. So the cos theta can be calculated as A vector dot product with B vector divided by, so this is actually magnitude. So magnitude of A and magnitude of B. And this magnitude is also known as, so if you go to the linear algebra, so this is known as dot product and this is known as NAR. Is this basic fundamental is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's create a 3.py and we will cover it very fast. So suppose these are the things: vector database, and vector database is a list of objects, and this is one code. So actually this part of code will solve your one of the GA question almost at all. It's very likely. So this is the vector embedding for cat, this is for dog, this is for lion. And how I have created is living organism. Yeah, cat is living, dog is living, lion is living, cheetah is also living. So both of them are getting 0.99% score. Is they are object? No, the cat is not object, dog is not object, lion is not object, cheetah is not object. What is the speed of their travel? So the cat is a little bit fast, dog is more fast, lion is fastest, cheetah is more faster than that. Okay, so how you can get a distance? If you want to get a distance between any two vectors, so suppose there are two vectors and you want to take a difference. So the first thing is you do the difference square. Okay, so there are many way to do. I will tell you the numpy way. So you can do the difference square, then you can return the sum of difference of squares, and then you can calculate its square root. So this is really very hectic to do, and I will tell you shortest way to do this. Okay, are you following what I am saying? The simplest way, just take the vector 1 minus vector 2. So this is the difference of vector. So I have a difference of vector. Now I will do a dot product between them. And I will take a square root of it. And for that, you need to import NumPy library. So NumPy library makes everything very easy. So you can convert everything as a NumPy array. So np dot array. Yeah, so I have a NumPy array now. Okay, so this thing I think have been missed. Very bad. Yeah, now I think the distance will work. If you want to calculate the cosine similarity, so let us get a cosine similarity. So we have vector 1 and we have vector 2. And how to calculate the cosine similarity? So the first part is the numerator part. So A dot B, the numerator part is A dot B. So NP dot product. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
The denominator part is the norm of the thing. So there is one thing known as linear algebra module. There is everything. And we will convert the get the vector norm, and we will also take the vector norm of second vector, and just we will return the entity. So this is the cosine similarity. This is the distance that we can get between these vectors. Okay, then we can write a function get most similar text, and the text will be given. And for now, let us assume that text given is the uh, rat, and the text embedding that we have got, since rat is very similar to cat, so the text embedding will be similar to cat, right? 0.9, 0.2, and the last thing will be the speed. So the speed I have told that it is similar to the, so it is less than the cat, so this will be 0.3. So it will be numbers. So this is the text embedding. Then let us calculate both the distance and the cosine similarity. So for D in the vector database, for each text, so the text will be the D dot text, right? And the embedding value will be D dot embedding. Embeddings. Yeah. Now what we will do, we will print the f string, we will print the text that user has entered, then we will print that the particular text, and then we will print the distance as well as, so we will print the distance, and we will also print the cosine similarity. Cosine similarity, just cos, okay? So we need to calculate that thing. So this will be get distance for this text embedding vector and this embedding vector. Similarly, we will get the cosine similarity between these two vectors. Okay, and let us run this 3.py. Okay, so I need to call
Is
this function, no?
if we want to have something in the function as the default, right? We do not need to do it inside the function, right? Because we are already giving the function is expecting something, right?
Yeah, I will modify the thing, but for this dummy data, I am running it, okay?
Okay.
To give you idea. So this is how the things happen. So there is rat which is matched with the cat vector, and the distance is found to be this much. With the vector, this is the distance we have found. Okay, so let us little bit differ the both vector, because the both vector are very much similar. So 0. Suppose 8 this is, and here it will be the 0.7, and here it is 0.1. So I'm just modifying so that the distance is different. So this is the difference. So what is this? The first value is the distance. Where is the least distance? I think the least distance is with theta, right? Right? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yeah. So note one point, for a distance we take a least distance, or for the cosine similarity we get the highest. So this is the cosine similarity, so the highest one we will take. So which one is the highest? This one is the highest. Okay, so we will take the cosine similarity for that part. Okay, so yeah,
Sir, in
so
this
we
code,
can.
can I
Sorry,
ask?
yeah,
Can you
so
hear me?
yes, go
Sir,
ahead.
can you hear me? Sir,
Yeah, I
in
can
this
hear you.
code, you get more similar text. You can scroll a little bit below.
Can you show
Sir,
the
here
code
you
because we're discussing?
This
Yeah, the get more similar things.
is this
Then
you
you
want to see?
write it. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so what is the question?
So here you write the text is equal to that, and text embedding is equal to some vector. So here is not write anything np dot norm.
Oh, you are right. So you can write np dot
np dot
array.
array.
Yeah, correct.
And sir, what you doing here? You comparing with rat.
Yeah, we are comparing with this data.
Okay.
So the same thing you can modify it. So instead of doing this thing, what you can do, you can write a function that will get the embedding. Okay, you can write a function that will get the embedding. It will take a function and you will get the embedding. What are the required things that you need to do? The URL you need to pass, the headers you need to pass, the JSON data you need to pass, and then what you will do, you will get a response with the httpx dot post. You will pass the URL, you will pass the headers, and you will pass the JSON as JSON data, and then you will get the response JSON as a dictionary object, okay, as a dict, so that you can get the exact embedding, and that embedding you can get by response.json. Okay, and after getting that thing, you can get the exact embedding. Okay, so embedding vector, and you can store as a numpy array, and that will be response JSON. That will be some key value pair of that JSON. So how to know these all the informations, how to know the URL, header, JSON data, and all the things. So you can go to the ChatGPT, and now you want the embedding model. So I will again go to the models. Uh, Before model, I will directly go to the packaging, and here if I scroll down, here are the embedding models. So which one is the least cost effective model? The first one, right? So I will choose this model. I will copy the model. Then I will go to the models, and then I will go to the this text embedding is small. And if you scroll down, this model support only embedding, and that endpoint is at the v1 embedding. So I will go to the API reference now, and then I will check that whether is the embedding path. So I will go to the embeddings. So here is the option to create embeddings, and there is a curl command, and this is the command that we are expecting. So I will copy this thing, the curl command, I will paste it here. I will comment out this curl command, and I will copy each and everything. So I will copy this thing. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So I will paste the URL. I will do the authorization and content type exactly like this. This header. So the same thing I will put it here. Okay, and the JSON data will have the input. The input thing will be the text that we want to pass. So that text I will provide here. And then there is model. How I am knowing this where it is there? Because here the data format has been provided to me. Okay, so model is given to me, that model, which model I want to use. So I want to use the text embedding ADA. No, I want text embedding small module, right? I want the small one because this is the most cost effective model. Then there is encoding format, and that I will give as a float. So I have given the data and this has been done. HTTPX has not been imported. Let us import it. Yeah, so the URL is done, authorization done, content done, this part done. Now the response will come, how to get that particular embedding exactly. So I will go back to the model, and here I can see that there is a dict, then go to the data. Data is a list, then go to the first object, and in the first object there is embedding. Okay, so data 0 embeddings. So I will go to the data, which give me the list. Then I will go to the first thing, and then I will get the embedding. And I think this will work. And let us just print it, or just return it.
Sir,
Embedding vector.
it was embedding without S.
Okay. It is without S. So just remove that thing. And now I can call this function. So directly get embedding vector. And I can pass my text like cat, and we can print it. So I am running this much line of code only. Open API key. So this is the first thing. I am not imported the Open API key. So I will import the OS, then Open AI API key, os.get env, and that is Open AI API key. Yeah, so this much code I am running only. So after 10 seconds, the timeout has been done. Let me try again. I hope this time within 10 seconds the response will come. Okay, so the error I am getting that data is not there any key. So let us see. There is data is a key, but why it is saying that there is no data?
Sir, I think the model was embedding 3 small something. The model name is incorrect, maybe.
Okay. Okay. The mark will also check the URL I have also not changed. So the one more thing that I think the URL that we want to use, right? So the proxy URL we will use, and let us run it first, and then we check if it fails. Whether the is incorrect or right. Yeah, so there is key error, and let us see the model. In the docs, all the models are there. So text embedding 3 is small. Yeah, so there. Now I am getting the embedding. There are more vectors. You can also do one more thing. Print the line of this. So print len. So what does len here represent? So it's 1500 dimensional data. Okay. So it captures 1500 type of semantic things. You can think like that. Each value refer to some semantic value. Okay. Got the point? Now you all will be able to do the embedding questions. Any doubt in code? I know there is here, there is
Ritik, I do not know if it's my network or yours, but your voice is getting stuck. So please, if anybody else can
Is my
confirm if
voice
that is happening.
Yes, sir. Your voice is, and your screen is also like stopping again and again.
Unless you are you only have opened the terminal and not changed it. If that is so, then your screen is fine.
okay. Is it now fine? So I was saying that is this screen visual where I have shown you that this vector is actually 1500 long dimension.
Now screen and voice both are fine.
Yeah. So we are able to get the vector which is 1500 long, and each one of value represent an different semantic value. So we will now able to do. So you will be able to do. So this is how to get a vector embedding. This is how to get a distance. This is how to get a cosine similarity. The point to be noted that cosine similarity score must be higher. Why higher? Because you want less angle, right? And if you have learned the cos graph, if you have seen the cos graph, so cos of angle is actually a decreasing function, right? So if you calculate the value of cos of angle, so higher the value imply lesser the angle, and lesser the angle implies more similarity. But this is different for the distance case. So lesser the distance you want, right? Lesser the distance, more similar data, correct? Any doubt? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, so let us move to the last part, the model embedding, the function calling. So there is something known as model embedding. We will use a Ginga API, a multimodal embeddings. So what do you mean by multimodal embedding? So suppose you have a word apple. You have a word fruit. So how you have compared this, they are equal or not? How do you can compare? So you convert it to the semantic meaning based on various parameter, whether they are eatables, right? Eatables, whether they are living, whether they are human friendly. Okay, suppose there is one thing known as cow. Okay, so in tables you rate apple as a 0.9, For fruit also you add 0.9. For human friendly you do 0.8. For human friendly for fruit you write 0.95. And for cow, it is definitely not eatable. Cow is not eatable thing. So you will write 0.01. And for human friendly, yeah, they are human friendly. So you will write 0.05. But somehow this is organism, you can do that one. But suppose you have a cow image, okay? Now you have a cow image. Can you compare the image with the word? So what happened? This image we will also convert on the same parameters. The image we have to also convert, we will convert in the same parameter. So we will rate some, we will give some embeddings here also. And that is known as multimodal embedding. And note, for comparison of embedding, there is one more requirement. The dimension should match, okay? Dimension should be equal for both of the things. So even every model, the dimension is same for every model. So this model you use, it is used for text embedding only, and it answers in the means they have different. There are different model for image. There are different model for images. So embedding length might mismatch. So that is not, because then you cannot compare. So can you compare the word 5 with 5,10? So these two are not comparable, okay? Because this is in one dimension, this is in two dimensions.
Okay,
So that
Ritik,
is why
this is we
yeah.
are talking about multi-model embedding and not multimodal, right? This
Sorry.
is this
I
is
means
this is
I am talking. I am
this is
talking
a
that
comparison of. Okay,
I
please.
am talking that we can convert the text to the embedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So our model can, but you cannot use the text. The text. What was the model? Text 3 small model was something like that, right? That model cannot convert image to the embedding. So there are other models like Ginga API is one of them, which convert images also to the embeddings and the text also to the embeddings, audio also to the embeddings, video also means other things also to the embeddings. And they are same dimensional, and that is the most important thing. The dimension should match. Otherwise, you cannot calculate the distance. That is the point, right?
Okay, we are talking about multimodal embeddings only, right?
Yeah. So we will create a 4.py and I will go to the one of your questions. Multi-model embedding, right? The sixth question. And I will use the Ginga API. I have already logged in and I have already set Ginga API code. So here is all the things. Here are usage, and this is the embedding models. So here if I type a Python command, let us see which module it uses. So I will copy this thing code and I will go here and I will paste it here. And it has the user request. I want to use HTTPX. So I will use HTTPX. The code is same. HTTPX. It has URL, it has headers. The bearer token will be here. So this will be here. I will put my token. So I will put my token, Ginga API key. How I will get token? Okay, so this is the Ginga API key I have taken out. I have put here a string, and these are the different. So input is now multiple text. So you can pass on multiple text, and you can pass on images like this. Directly you can give the URL, or you can give the base 226 embedding. So I want to do this thing. Okay, so I will remove these all things. Okay, so I will do I will write food. I will write one more words about text, and instead of image I here want to give a base 64 encoded image. Okay, this data I want to give it. So I need to extract that data. So how to get that data? So I have already written a code. Right, so this data get the base 64 data. I will go here, put it here, and actually this encoding message I want. So this encoded code I want. So instead of base 64, I will paste here the encoded code. Okay, and what type of response I will get? I will get a response like this. So it is getting some response. So the response will have a data, and data will have everything. So model object usage. So directly we can call the data, and for everything it will give me the embeddings. So I think I can call here data. I can print here data only. And inside data, for everything there will be embedding. Okay, for every object there will be embedding. So I can do for object in response data. So I am using a list comprehension to see everything. So np.array, because it show the things correctly. Object dot what was the code? Embedding. Okay, embedding, and I think it will work. Import numpy as np. Sorry, it was 5.py, 4.py. Base 64 is not defined. So some import statement we forgot, and I don't want to print the binary data. I think now it will work fine. Okay, so this data is actually a string, right? So this is the one array, and its shape is 1024 long. This is a second text which shape is also 124 long. Okay, so there are three texts. This is the one, this is the second, this is the third one. The third one was image, and that is also converted to the that particular thing, 124 dimensional data. So now you all can get the embeddings for images also, right? Hi, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're audible.
So multimodal embedding is fine. Now I think you can do the other questions. The other question was what? Some text you have to match similarity with the image. So you can now get the cosine similarity score, right? You can do the cosine similarity score with this string, with this embedding, with this embedding, right? So that was the question. I hope you all can do now. Let us move to the function calling, which is very important, and this is the final thing. So the session will last about 20 minutes more. Okay. Okay, so there is something known as function calling. So till now we have passed the model and messages, right? The two things we have passed till now in the our chat GPT response. So if you see the chat GPT code, so we have passed the model and messages only, right? So these two things we passed in the chat GPT, simple chat GPT. Now these two things are required for the function calling. Okay. For tool choices, there is one field known as tool choices. Tool choices. For the tool choices, there are three important strings. One is the required, one is auto, one is none. Required means the chat GPT has to use this tool. There could be multiple tools, okay? There could be multiple functions. The auto means any one of the function, and none means no function. Don't call any function. So tools can have multiple functions. So this is the tools, and it is a list of different functions. This is not a normal Python function. Let me clear you. The function is an object, okay? It is a dictionary object. We will pass as a dictionary object. How this function schema will look like? So this is a dictionary object, example of one function. This is how it will look like. You have to mention a type function, then you have to type a function, then name, then description, then parameters. Under that there will be type object, then under that there will be property. So what is the function calling helps you? The function calling helps you to get the structured format data.
Ritik, when we say none, does it mean that the GPT does not need to use any, or it should not use any?
It will not use anything. So you can go to the GPT, and now we want to learn the function calling. So there will be somewhere there is function calling. Okay, I think it is in API reference. Embeddings, vector stores, container, assistant, message streaming API, project. Okay. Debugging response, chat completion, streaming real time, client server, audio, image, embeddings, fine tuning, models, vector store. It is not here. So it will be most probably in docs. Text promptings, function calling. Yeah, here it is in core concept. Here is a function calling thing. And here is one function calling thing, and another thing is how you will call it. So you define a tools. Let us use a curl command. You define a tool, you pass a message, and there will be tools. So you can read here. Yeah, so there are tool choices. What are different tool choices are there? None is there, auto is there, required is there. None means model will not call any tool. Instead, it will generate a general message. Okay.
Okay, Ritik. Thank you.
Yeah, so that is the main thing. Yeah, so the function calling will get the structured data. So you want the data. So let me tell you, so this project, what is the project agenda? So suppose you have given an Excel sheet. In the first sheet, there are URLs. In the second thing, there are the questions. And in the or say in the next field there is MFD. So this is manufacturing date. This is expiry date. So there is image. So there are product images. Okay. So suppose one URL, second URL, third URL, and your task is to extract the manufacturing date, like our manufacturing year only. So 2024, 2025. And expiry date 2023, 2024. So this is our project 2. We have to extract the URL from the URL. We have to extract the structured data. I hope you got the point. Now let us do this coding part. 5.py. So this will be our last code. So let us import the necessary libraries. Let us import the httpx. And let us import the base64. We will also use the base64. So this code will function calling base64, how to call base64 from OpenAI. So this part will be covered here, okay? And this is part of the one thing. So the first important thing is we will get the API key. Let me copy the codes. Many codes I will try to copy. I will copy this code. I am now able to get the API. Now I will copy this function also, okay? These functions get the data from the API, right? These functions get the data from the API. So instead of getting AI, we are sending the AI response, because that will be a different. So I will return a JSON response here. We will pass the JSON based on the response type that we will get. Okay, so after getting the response, we will get a JSON, and I am returning back to the thing. And this is not a normal API. This is okay. So yeah, this is a normal chat completion API. That's all. This is a normal chat completion API. So there is something we need to pass. What are the things that we need to pass? One is the tools, which will be list, okay? Which will be the list of functions. So there will be a function, then there will be another function, and then there will be another function. And for now, all tools will be required. So I will do the tool choices as required. So definitely I need to pass the tools also along with the messages. So I will pass these tools object also. This code is fine. Let us hide this. And let us make one function that will convert my image to the data, image to the base64, image file to base64. So I will get the image path, and it will convert that to the base64. So this is how we can convert to the base64. And we can return this image base64 encoding. Okay. So this much part we did, because we also want to send the images. Okay, so I think this is fine. I don't think there is an issue in the getting the base64 format. Now we need to call it cleverly. Okay. So there will be the user query that user want to ask. And suppose for now the user query is pretty simple. So user question is, okay, so one thing I just forgot to mention, there will be one more column. There will be one more column, question and answer. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So what I want, that there are two given things. One is the URL and some questions. Manufacturing date and expiry date I want to extract. The answer will be answer to the question. Like the question could be asked, what is it, a product name? Okay, the question could be, what is the product name? Give me the product name. This type question could be asked here. So the AI will answer that the product name is XYZ. String answer. Anyway. So this is the user query. So this is the actually user query, or you can say the question. So want suppose what question asks? The question is product name. What is product name? So this is the question that user want. And let us get the URL, or let us get the image. Okay, image path. So the image path is, already we have an image. So there are two images. One image is PNG. Two images. Okay. So this is the image path. Now our task will be begin. So the first task will be base64 embedding. Okay. Sorry, base64 coded file. So so this function will give me that part, right? So I will write image file to base64 and I will give the image path. That's all. This will convert my image to the base64. Pretty easy. So base64 format. That's it. But this is not the thing we will give. We will pass the URI. Image base64 URI. Why I need to pass this URI? Because if you go and read the how to call the image, etc. So yeah, so if I go to the image input, you can see this type of URL inputs are there, right? I can give directly the URL. But if you are giving a base64, then I think I have copied one code, one link. The URL is little bit different. So in the guides, in the doc itself, in the core concept, in image and vision model, if you scroll down, you can see that this is how yeah, if you have a base64 encoded format, then you have to give the image data like this. Okay. So I will do this thing. So image base64 data, just write it here. That's all, and this will be B64. So So this is how I need to pass the messages. So messages we haven't included yet. So let us include the message. So this is the messages that will be in starting. Starting the messages will look like this. Then messages, in the messages, what we will do, we will append this data. We will append this data. And how will we append? We will append something like this. So there will be the first thing, it is the user response. So role will be user. Then the next thing will be the content. The content will be a list. Okay, because we are passing multiple things. So the first list will be a type text. Okay, and what the text I want to give? Now the text that I want to give is the extract, manufacturing date, and expiry date. And other okay, sorry, I think I'm missing something. No, it's fine. Expiry date and other things. Yeah, or directly extract all information. That's all, the simple text I want to give. Then the image, that the corresponding image that I want to import. So how to give the image? It is clearly written like this, that if you are giving the you have to give like this, input image, and everything is fine. So that same thing I have already written here. We have given the image data. We have converted to the, we have appended to this thing. Yeah. So everything is done. Now this thing is done. Now message has been done. So now the message part is over. Now the remaining part is tools. So to call the function, so what I want to do, I want to get the AI JSON response by get AI answer. So what are the things that I require to pass? Messages is equal to messages. I can pass now. I need to pass the tools, and tools will be the list of functions. So I need to define my function. So there could be multiple functions. I will define my one function. And this is the very, very important thing that I am going to define, right? Is till now everything is fine? So this is the user, sorry. So this is the user entry. Okay. So this is the user query. So you can think like the user has prompted to ChatGPT and given this image as attached. So this is, we are preparing question and image to send. Now send the request. Now we have not set how, what type of response I want. So that part we need to define right. Okay, so I think I can define right now. Now send the request, but before that I need to do function. We need to define our schema to get structure JSON data, and that is, we will define my function. Okay, we will define my function. So what type of data we want? If I go to the this thing and function calling, and if I scroll it down, here is the schema written. I will click on generate, and I will say that schema to generate product manufacturing date and expiry date and user question answer. So the first thing we want MFD. Okay, MFD will be month or just say year of manufacturing. So for example, I will give 2024. This type I want. The second type of thing I want expiry date. So it will also be year of expiry. That is like 2025. The third thing I want answer. Question of user. And if I click on create, it will generate a schema. It has generated a schema. I will go on and I will copy this schema. Before copying this, just see that there are name, description, strict, and there is parameter. And in parameter, there is property. You have to write this information and you have to write this information only. So focus on this information only. And this keyword will be false. This will be true. So just focus on the parameters. Property. So MFD will be there. It will be type number, year of manufacturing, type number, year of expiry. This will be type string and description, user question and corresponding answers. And what will be the user question? The user question will be this question I am talking. So I will replace this thing with the query. Question. Is this property, are you able to absorb what is written? And you can add more things if you want. If you want other things like name, okay, and you can type. The type will be string, and you can give a description. I think it is fine, and the description is name of product shown in image, right? Any doubt in these properties? Any doubt in these properties?
No,
Am I
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So you will able to create new properties. Just go to the schema in the docs, core concept, function calling. Click on generate your schema, and that's all. And not that's all. There is one thing that you are missing. That everything should be inside a function wrap. So this thing, it does not give by default, and I get to know when I get the error. So this thing must be typed. So one extra that you need to remember this, and then you have to give a function. Okay, and you have to wrap whole code on this function key value pair. And can now do a one intended level. So if you don't add these two things, you schema, you will get error. So there are two components you need to remember. This is one component, because when you generate, that is not generally the part of that component. So you need to do that part, and then you need to manually add that, and then all the other schema. Okay. So the schema is defined now. Now you can send the request, and I think it will work. And how to get that particular JSON response? You can go on the API reference, and we are using function calling. Okay, the chat completion API we are using, and we will go to the function calling, and this is the response that we will get. So again, I need to open the notepad and see that where is the answer. So the first label is I need to go to the choices. So JSON, and it is an object, so I will go to the choices. Then it is a list, so I will go to the first object. In the first object, there is a message. Since the role is assistant, I am damn sure that this is the response from the user. Then there is tools calls. Okay, what is there? Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so just wait a minute. Yeah, so there is tools message, and inside message, it is message or messages. Let us see that message. Then there is tools calls. Then inside that there is ID type and the function response that it is getting. I want to go to the function. Then I want to go to the argument. I think this is the expected answer that we will get. Okay, so this is the thing that I will copy, and in the JSON response, AI JSON response, I will try to print this thing. That's all. I think the code will not throw any error. The image.png is present here. So let us see whether I am getting the information or not. And if error come, we will solve it here. So some error is definitely there. It is saying the choices is not present. So let us first print the JSON response that we are getting, and then we will see that what the error we are getting. So this is saying that invalid type message, one message content. So there is some issue with passing the messages. So let us see what is the issue. So there is messages, and I am sure that messages is correct. Messages that we are passing must be a list. So this is a list. There is developer role we have specified. Already. Then there is role user we have appended. Content we have appended. Type text we have appended. And then we have image data. I think this comma might be an issue. I think code is fine. Let me remove from here and directly put it here. So this is the image URL that we are passing, and B64 I need to pass. Let us see whether it is, or let us replace this input image with image URL. And this URL, I think it is, both are same now. Let us see whether it is working, because here also text and text are same. Okay. Okay, some issue I am facing. Okay, let me see my code without wasting your time. How I have written the text part, I have written as it is. This is how I have parsed. Okay, the image URL is also a data. Oh, that is a mistake. So this is also a data. So it was something like that. And the image you have to pass like this. Now I think it should work. Okay, it has taken more than 10-second time. Let me give a timeout for more than, it is a image, so it is taking more time. So let us give a 15-second time. Yeah, so invalid schema generate product date in context required is required to be supplied. Okay, some mistakes in the function calling. Let us see here. I have done, I think, the correct spelling. REQUIRED. That is correct. So maybe the schema is incorrect. It is saying. What is the error? Invalid schema generate product date in context required is required to be supplied and to be array including hierarchy properties. Missing name type. Okay, so missing name type invalid. Oh, here I have done the required. We have not passed the name, because name we have added newly. Now I think it will work. It is missing name required, so we have added that missing name. The connection error has been done. Let us try again. Okay, there is tools choice. It is saying something. So yeah, there is again a spelling mistake. This is not tools. This is not tools. It is tools choice. How do I know? It is saying that tools choice is invalid. So I am assuming that it should be tool only. Yeah, now I am getting a very much response. Now instead of seeing this response, what I will do, are you with me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so let us now run the code. Okay, let us first print this and then let us also debug this. So this is the answer that we got. Got it? There is, I think, some spelling mistake. That is why we are not getting the correct thing. But this is one answer response that we have gotten. And I think you can correct this code, this line of code. There is choices. Let me try again to correct it right now. What I will do, I will I will go to the notepad. And choices is there. Then the first. So this is how you all can do. Okay. There is first index, and there is message, and inside message there is tools call. That is the thing, that was the thing. And in the tools calls is also a list. So that is how you can do the things. Message, and in the message there is tools calls, and tools calls is a list. So I think this will fix the issue. But anyway, this is the one response that I get from this image. So if you see the image, you can see there is manufacturing date 2021, expiry date is 2024. And the AI has responded manufacturing as 2021 and 2024. Is that correct? Yeah, 2021 and 2024, right? Right. Let us give this second image. Second image is also that one. I have another image. Yeah, this image. No, not this image. Yeah, let us supply this image. This image does not have any manufacturing date and expiry date. And let us see what the information we will get. Yeah, but this image has one information, name. Okay. So I will copy this image. I will paste it here. And I will change my code. Download.webp. And instead of product name, let us ask another question which is different. Oh, that this is not the image that we were looking. This was the image. The image is test2 image.png. Test2 image.png. And the question I will ask something different, which is you can say that
Yeah, it was test2 image only. The initial name you were writing was correct.
okay. What is warning written here? Okay, let us ask you, what are the warnings? So let us try to ask, what are warnings mentioned? So this question I want to ask, test2 image.png is there. And let us see what the response we will get. Yeah, now I am getting the correct date. So I can now comment out this response. Let me clear the screen. And now if I run the code with the new data, there is no manufacturing dates, etc. Sorry. Test2 image PNG, right? Oh, here I have done the wrong thing. I have taken the image path. I have to take the image path, right? Okay. So this is the for previous image where only manufacturing and expiry date was shown. Answer manufactured on this day, and expiry date is also there, but name is unknown. Let us try to get now with the new where the name is known but other thing are unknowns. So it has somehow extracted the manufacturing date. Warning it has extracted, you can see. But how it has extracted the manufacturing date? The name of product it has also extracted.
Maybe reload your folder if you want to from there or from your screen.
Yeah, you are correct. So I want to ask, yeah, so this is the image that we are looking at. Okay, so it has extracted, I think, some information from here or somewhere here. Okay, there is no manufacturing date, there is no expiry date, but it has somehow extracted the manufacturing and expiry date. That's weird. Let us try again. Is it extracting the same manufacturing dates extracted? Because there is no manufacturing date. Yeah, it is able to extract the manufacturing date. I don't know how. Maybe it is searching from internet and getting that information. Okay, but the image is correct. Why? Because the word cytotoxic agent and handling precaution is mentioned here.
There may be some barcode or something on this image, right? Is that
Yeah.
there? Yeah, so
Yeah.
that may be how it is getting that information, manufacturing.
Yeah, how it is done, I don't know. But the name of product it is able to extract correctly. Unit text X, right? Something like that. So
Sir,
that's
but
all.
what about the 50,
What about the
50, 50?
this is the MG means the LLM. It is not saying that this 50 is the name. It is saying the name is this. So this is I think uh, medicine. So this is 50 mg medicine. So it is treating something like that.
This is more useful if the data is already structured, like some invoice or some billing
Yeah,
data
so
is
data
there.
is structured, and other thing also is which model you are using. I am using a nano model, which is very lightweight. So just use the advanced model, you will get more precise answers. Got the point? Did you got the point?
Hello? Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so that is all. That's all from my side. Everything I have covered so far. So this Excel sheet question now you can do. You can iterate with different URL. So here what I written, just like a chatbot, it will ask for the file name. Give me the file path, give me the user, and I will extract the other informations. Like the same image I have given, and this is the response that I got at my time. The MFD and expiry date I got nothing, but when I asked for detail, I got these information. All the text it has been extracted. Okay, that this is the institute against this is the used in the cancer hospital institute, other things. So every time a different response will come, and it depends on the model that you are using. So that's all from my side. Any doubt related to any of the questions? The product detail, chat GPT, function calling. Function calling, I hope you all are able to do now, no? You have to mention how to do the function calling. Everything is just like a, so go here, go to the function, copy everything, then go to the, just you need to modify. Yeah, so if I go to the Python code, yeah, the Python code is more easy. So you have to provide model, message, tools, and tool choices. So this is the two extra thing that you need to provide. The tools, how to provide the tools? The tools is the list of function object. How to do that? You can go to the docs, go to the function calling, and scroll down, and here you will find somewhere generate. You can generate your own, or you can copy this already function and you can modify your property itself. Then one more thing you need to add, the thing is this type function and then function, and then rest of the thing will be inside that. So how did I did that? This is how I did that. That same copy pasted the thing, but after writing this much code. Okay. And that my function will be passed as a tools, and this will be a list. Note that one. That's all. It is exactly like a chatbot. So in the chatbot, you just passed messages. In the chatbot, you just pass messages. Yeah, so how the messages were? So messages were a list of object, and each object were a role and content, role and content. Now we need to pass a text. We will pass that text. That's all. Any questions regarding the project 1, project 2, model embedding, the cosine similarity?
Sir, in the OpenAI, on the OpenAI website, if we use the OpenAI playground, will our tokens still be used in that?
Yeah, but I think playground is for the paid user, so you don't have the subscription for the OpenAI, no?
No,
So
sir.
you are using a proxy. You can try playground. If it works, then fine. But I think it will not work. I have not tried. Yeah, it is asking for the payment method.
Okay, sir.
I have not tried it. You can try by doing that. If it works, that's fine. Any questions?
No question as it. Like the video will be
So
uploaded right automatically in the calendar.